I was reading a bio of yours, and it said that when you were younger, you were really ridiculed for your differences. But as we now know, your differences were really your hidden talents and gifts. And Smurfette is much like you in the sense that she's thought of as being different, but she also perseveres. How is Smurfette such a great role model for young girls who may feel a little bit insecure about themselves because they feel different?
Growing up, I kind of felt like I didn't belong. I grew up in Dallas, Texas, and there's a certain way of living there. You know, when I was younger, I tended to wear all black, listen to heavy metal music, and I kind of felt like a misfit. And I think that Smurfette feels like a misfit in the beginning of the film, so she sets out to find her purpose, her identity. And so I definitely think that this is a good message for people who may feel a bit insecure or may feel like they don't belong. Everybody has their own purpose in this world, and it's just time will tell what it is.
Yeah, that's a great answer. I love that answer. And your character, Hefty, is also a great role model because he's loving, he's compassionate, he looks out for others, he carries his heart on his sleeve. Why do you think Hefty is such a great role model, and do you think he would be a good role model for many kids today?
Absolutely. And that's one of the things that really attracted me to this character, is that I think it is, in today's world, unfortunately, a lost art form in terms of chivalry being taught to boys. I was taught that you hold the door open for a girl. You put your arm out. You hold a girl while she walks in high heels, when it's raining or whatever it is. Like those are just things that you do. You always look out for, you try to protect, you try to take care of. And I think all too often in today's world, we have this idea where everyone is equal, which is absolutely the way it should be. We all should be equal. But some things about boys shouldn't change. I mean, if someone breaks into your house, I'm the one at the top of the stairs with the baseball bat. The refrigerator needs to be moved. I'm the one who's moving. It's just there's certain things about us that are different, and I think that this character celebrates that difference, and I think that it embodies all of those things that I was taught as a boy that I would want a boy to know. You protect the people you care about, and but also don't be afraid to be vulnerable, and that a real sign of like a man is that you're strong enough to show your vulnerable romantic side as well.
Absolutely. I was taught the same thing, so I could
Yeah.
totally agree with that answer. And I know we talked about how the two characters are going to be great role models for the kids. But what about for the entire family? What makes Smurfs such a great movie for the whole family to get together and see?
Oh, man. Well, the parents who are of my generation, we grew up watching the Smurfs. And then everyone of the younger generation who didn't grow up with them, I think they're going to love it too. They'll be introduced to it in the way that we were when we were kids. So it really works on every generational level.
I think there's something great too about bringing pure happiness to people in our world today. There's too many pessimists out in the world, and this film kind of brings an innocence that's beautiful, and it's funny, and it's great to watch, and so I think it's going to be great across the board of all ages.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So what I love so much about the Smurfs is that it's just a perfect family film. All the Smurfs are just so willing to get along with each other despite their differences. You've got a nerd. You've got a dork. You've got all these other characters. You got
which one? And nice begin.
And then you got the bubbly motormouth as well, right? And they're all so different, but they get along with each other so beautifully. Wouldn't you say that that's a great message for kids today with differences?
Absolutely. Kids and adults.
Yeah, this is basically like you could survive Thanksgiving. I mean, just watch this film. It's possible.
I did really love that the film has a very strong message of acceptance and tolerance throughout the film of everybody's different, quirks or whoever they are. And I think that that's really important for young people and adults to see nowadays, but especially the younger generation.
Also, too, to be that way, but to be able to come together
right.
for a common cause.
Yeah, absolutely. But on a more serious note, sorry to kind of change the pace of things right there.
Yeah, okay.
But on a more serious note, would you say that there are certain things in society that take away from desire to be cooperative with each other?
Yeah, but I think that's just been throughout history. I mean, like, you know, kind of a pressure to conform
Yeah.
or, you know, to fit in with your friends or anything like that. But I think with time, age, experience, any individual learns to just embrace who they are,
Yeah.
love what they bring to the table, and just own it.
And I think especially kids are very malleable nowadays, so it's
Yeah.
really important for movies like the Smurfs and other movies like that with those similar messages. I think it can help shape them in a different way.
I think it also shows that you can be more than one thing. I think that even though the Smurfs all have their individual strengths, I think this movie shows that we could all learn a little bit from each other too, and incorporate some of those qualities.
And I think we have time for maybe like one more quick question.
Sure.
Was there like a favorite scene of yours for you all to work together in?
Maybe not seen, but I remember there was a day where me and Danny got to be in the studio together. And for me, that's quite fun when you're
Yeah.
doing voice acting, because a lot of times it is just you in front of
I
a
was all
microphone.
alone.
But when you have somebody to play off of and react to, I think that's kind of cool. Even though
Yeah.
it was him,
Yeah.
which, you know,
I
I
mean,
was doing most of the
I was
work
doing
there.
this as a drama, and
Yeah.
that was the thing, and he was,
It was
doing it as a
so it
comedy.
was like
so it was
a
just
coaching
different,
experience.
You know, I think
And,
we
you know,
both
through
learned a little bit.
editing, I think we all
I
just
think we found
we'll see
something
what-
special,
what we
and
can find
we'll see. It's
something.
just a
So
clashing of styles
I
sometimes
guess
is beneficial
time
for the
will tell.
overall film.
It's usable.
Yeah, I got that. All right,
Thank you so much. A
Appreciate it.
pleasure.
Really
Yes,